The simple answer is no, right? I'm a school teacher here in a public school setting. There is no text that's being read or evaluated for these children to see and analyze. Usually we see current events being used in schools all the time in ELA and the language arts and stuff, but nowadays it's not being used. I mean, I would love to look at the titles and the headlines, and someone who does a lot of social media work and obviously YouTube channels and all that sort of stuff. We understand that when we create a YouTube video, the number one thing that matters is the TNT, which means the title and the thumbnail. Okay. So think about it from Israel's perspective, right? Everything has to look a specific way for them so that they could present the video to the world, right? So their title needs to be Hamas people caught whatever, okay? Thumbnail, they're naked and they're in a terrible way, right? So that's their title, that's their thumbnail. Because now they need to present to the world that this is the reality and story. But the problem is, and this is what Sister was talking about this earlier as well too, is that the world can now see the history that she was talking about of 67, 73, 56, 40, obviously, like we can see it happening now. And I see these pictures of comparisons of what they're doing to the men of Gaza and the Holocaust victims. Yes. Yeah, we see those comparisons happening. It's like, it's like those people learned from their harm and their trauma and their hurt. And now they found a way to do it better to their new victims. It's like domestic violence and abuse. I grew up in it. I seen it with my own eyes. It's a sad reality. But the reality is, even if you ceasefire and all that sort of stuff, the true solution will only come when the oppressor will be removed from the situation. I've been in a domestic violence situation. If the woman is not safe, she will never be safe so long as that oppressor is in the same house. When that oppressor is still in the same house, there is no peace in that house. Everyone will have a pit in their stomach. Everyone will be walking on eggshells because they know the oppressor is still with them. The true solution is to get rid of the oppressor. It has to happen. It has to happen. And we all are recognizing now, and my sister, you asked a great question. The world, I believe, is starting to recognize that who the real oppressor is. The world is starting to recognize who the real oppressor is. And Americans are getting fed up with their tax money being used to serve this war that no one asked for. And they're using these in their titles. So the short answer is simple, right? We need to really start thinking for ourselves and do our own research. And may Allah help us and help the Palestinian people and the entire Ummah as well.